This is an incredible, unbelievable incident. A Chinese paraglider, Liu Gi, was pulled into a freezing cloud vortex over the Qilian mountains, soaring to 28,000 feet where the temperatures hit minus 40 degrees Celsius, battling oxygen loss and frostbite. He stayed conscious, communicated via intercom, and miraculously landed safely. How is this possible? Now let's get into the story on this AI podcast.
Okay, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into just a wild survival story.
Yeah, really wild. It's from reports about this paraglider's accidental, very high altitude flight. Terrifying stuff.
Absolutely. And our mission here is to kind of unpack how a simple gear check turns into this, well, near fatal climb into the sky.
Exactly. And what it tells us about nature's, unexpected power and maybe safety rules too.
So let's set the scene. We're talking about Pengyu Jiang, a 55-year-old Chinese paraglider.
Right. He was near the Qilian Mountains, around 3,000 meters up. That's about, 10,000 feet?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And he wasn't planning a big flight, just testing his equipment. A quick check.
But then, wham! Reports say these really strong, sudden winds just snatched him off the ground.
Lifted him right up.
Yeah.
And that's where it goes from just unexpected to, well, life-threatening.
Totally, because it wasn't just wind. It turned into something pilots dread, this rare thing called cloud suck.
Cloud suck. Okay, explain that a bit. It's not like normal thermals.
No, not at all. Think of it as a super intense updraft, usually linked to big storm clouds. It doesn't just lift you, it yanks you upwards, fast, completely out of control.
Wow. And the altitude gain here was just staggering.
Unbelievable. He went from that 3,000 meter starting point to over 8,500 meters.
8,500. That's almost Everest territory.
Pretty much. Over 28,000 feet.
Yeah.
Higher than most mountains on the planet.
I can't even wrap my head around that. And the danger must have been instantaneous.
Oh, absolutely. Instantly swallowed by these thick, icy clouds. Temperatures plummeting, maybe down to minus 40 Celsius.
Minus 40. And the oxygen.
Critically low. At that height, without oxygen tanks, your body just starts shutting down. Dizziness, confusion, you can't think straight.
And freezing, presumably.
Definitely. Fingers, toes going numb fast. Reports describe him being completely encased in ice.
Ice? Like on him in the glider?
Yeah, everything. Couldn't see a thing, just white everywhere. His compass was apparently spinning like crazy, but he felt like he was flying straight. Total disorientation.
So he's freezing, can't see, losing oxygen, spinning. Did he try to get down?
Desperately tried to use his reserve chute, tried to cut away the main wing, but the updraft, the storm, it just kept pushing him higher and higher.
Fighting to descend while being forced up? Nightmare fuel.
There's even video apparently from his helmet cam that went viral. Shows just how fast the ice formed. Stark.
So how does the story even end? Did he make it?
Miraculously, yes. He eventually managed to descend, somehow landed relatively safely, but severe frostbite, as you'd expect.
Wow. Did he stay conscious the whole time?
He thinks he might have blacked out briefly during the descent, maybe when the glider started spiraling down uncontrolled. It's honestly amazing he survived.
No kidding. But this brings up the rules, doesn't it? You can't just paraglide that high.
Right. In China, the limit is 5,000 meters without special permission. His flight was way over that and unauthorized.
So authorities got involved.
Yep, they're investigating. He got a 6-month flying suspension because of the altitude breach. It highlights that tricky line between regulations and, these completely unforeseen acts of nature.
How do rules even apply when something like cloud suck grabs you?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really shows the raw, unpredictable power of some weather phenomena way beyond standard planning.
And it pushes right up against human limits, too. Physiologically, I mean.
For sure. It's definitely got the global paragliding community talking again about understanding weather, about the forces you might face.
Absolutely. So think about this story, Peng Eugene's ordeal. It really makes you consider how fast things can spin out of control.
From routine to a fight for survival.
Exactly. Against forces you just can't plan for. So what does resilience really look like when you're faced with something that extreme, that unexpected, encased in ice, oxygen-starved, miles up, just trying to survive?
Do you think Peng should have been punished for what appears to be an accident? Why or why not? Comment it. Thanks.